And we begin this evening at 5 with the announcement of 3 children and youth services workers facing criminal charges in Adams County for endangering the welfare of children. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Evan Forrester. The county's district attorney said there was a, quote, lack of vigilance by CYS. Fox 43's Alyssa Kratz live in Strabane Township with how the district attorney came to these charges. Alyssa.
That's right, Evan, and this all stems from the 2020 death of Iris Mummert, a 15-month-old baby girl who died at the hands of her own mother. That woman pleaded guilty to third-degree murder a year later, but now the district attorney says that Iris's death was very likely preventable, and the inaction of these 3 children and youth services workers has a lot to do with that. This is Iris Mummert, a 15-month-old baby girl who was murdered by her own mother, Felisha Ellis, in 2020. More than 3 years later, a new revelation from the Adams County District Attorney.
Iris's murder was very likely avoidable.
For the entirety of her short life, Iris and her older sister were known to Adams County Children and Youth Services. In February of 2019, the agency took custody of the girls and placed them with foster parents. Those foster parents repeatedly went to CYS with concerns about Ellis and her inability to care for her children, which police and the DA say were repeatedly minimized and ignored.
These concerns were addressed to CYS. They were made aware of not just one thing, not one missed appointment, not one failed drug test or something like that. It was over and over and over again.
CYS ultimately recommended the sisters be returned to their mother in February 2020, and 3 months later, Iris was killed. Ellis pleaded guilty to third-degree murder and admitted to intentionally and violently shaking her baby, causing fatal injuries.
There was a lack of vigilance on the part of one of the entities that we trust to supervise our children and we trust to relay to the court concerns about children and reunification, and that they failed in this particular case.
3 CYS employees, Stephen Murphy, Clarissa Kiessling, and Sherri DePasqua, are all now facing 2 felony counts of endangering the welfare of children following a grand jury investigation.
There were red flags here. This could have been avoided. The proper things were not done by CYS that should have been done, specifically not following up on concerns and not addressing them to the court.
According to the DA, Stephen Murphy resigned from his caseworker position on July 14th. Supervisor Kiessling and Assistant Administrator DePasqua were still employed as of Tuesday morning when they turned themselves in.
They're ultimately going to have to answer the question as to why they didn't do what they were supposed to do, but we can prove definitively that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. It's tragic.
Now, all 3 of those defendants have been processed and then released on their own recognizance. Now, moments ago, we did just receive a statement from the Adams County Board of Commissioners. They say the 2 female staff members have been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of these criminal proceedings. They also say that the county will withhold judgment until all facts have been presented and both sides have been heard in court. For now, reporting live in Adams County, Alyssa Kratz, Fox 43 News.